and gentlemen, Bungle, hope you're doing well and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going over Warthog, a scam alert for the A-10 Warthog. Now what we kind of do here on this channel when we review certain vehicles, premium stuff and enlisted, and in Warthog we give you an overview, kind of telling you what are we reviewing next, talk about the performance. Is it good? Is it bad? And lastly, is it worth it? So, as a kind of disclaimer for viewers and new viewers, my channel, my audience, me as a Warthog player, if you notice my content is primarily focused on enlisted. I did Warthog content here and there. I kind of took a break from the game because one, it's gotten very grindy. I don't really agree with a lot with the policies and everything that Warthog has done. It's kind of made the game way more grindy than it needed to be. There's a lot of kind of balance issues and concern. For players out there that, are new to the game or maybe wondering, hey, they just added the A-10, this is going to be an awesome experience, right? And this is going to cost you, keep in mind here, a lot of money, 60 bucks. Now, I don't want to be the person that makes the argument, well, 60 bucks, AAA game. It's your money is relative to what you want to use it for. But in my opinion, 60 bucks for this, for what I get, and what we will talk about with the A-10, that is, in my opinion, a waste of money. It is a scam for what this aircraft is designed to do and meant to do, and especially with its performance in Warthog. Usually we think if you played Ace Combat, you played Warthog, of course, right, with lower tier vehicles. Even when they used to introduce, or had at one point, the attacker spawn, that you could take out an attacker aircraft and at least go and bomb some targets and have some fun before you get shot down. Well, this is not the case with the A-10. It's very, very misleading, right? You're having this aircraft that a lot of people, are hyped up for with, media talking about it, with culture, for example. Everyone, is hyped up about the A-10 because of its performance. It's a great, the 30mm burst sound, everything like that. Well, we're gonna go add it into Warthog. We're of course gonna, 60 bucks if you want the premium version, and the tech tree version I would recommend just going for if you're free to play or you want to avoid, 60 bucks. But here is, my problem really with this premium, going off right away with this overview. So one of the things to notice is that 9.7 battle rating. Now, for my enlisted players or people that don't really play Warthog, how the battle rating system works, you have a +1, -1 system. So the max vehicles you can face is 10.7 BR, the lowest is 8.7. From my games, 90% of the times, I am always up tiered. And the problem is, and honestly, I don't blame the players that do this, the ones that are higher tier or have higher tier premiums like the A5C, which is a very, very kind of quote overpowered premium because it gets really good rockets, air-to-air missiles. Those players let the queue up in that bracket and it drags 9.7 battle rating and everything from 10.7 and below up to that matchmaking, because the way the matchmaker works, you would think, oh, it's going to split you here and there. No, it literally drags you into the higher tier matches most of the time. So as a result, your 9.7 with an attacker aircraft is going to be brought up against aircraft that will always outperform you right away. And moving down to the performance, this aircraft is slow. It is very, very slow. I will argue that probably a P-47 can outspeed a A-10. The A-10 is very slow. It doesn't get an air spawn, so as a result, and I'm saying this, if you do join in progress, you have it enabled, or you go and basically try to play a game and take off from the airfield, by the time you are halfway close to your objective, like a pillbox or something like that, you will find yourself already getting shot at by missiles or someone strafing you because you're that slow. Your team will already be dogfighting and everything like that, while you and a pack of A-10s are slowly lumbering across the battlefield. And this is a big issue because, and I don't mean to berate the gameplay, but a lot of these maps are very big, very large. And another thing, because like I said, I haven't been playing Warthog in a bit, come back to it, and it's, the maps are huge and large. So for air realistic battles, especially if you're playing that with the A-10, trying to grind out like a tech tree or something like that, you realize, wow, this is very large, and you'll alt-tab and come back, and within 5 minutes, you're really having someone shooting missiles at you or strafing you. It's very not fun. And then getting into actually trying to go and do your job as an attacker, which is attack pillboxes, attack ground stuff, you can't do that because you're already finding yourself with the meta dogfighting in an A-10, which shouldn't even be a thing. And that's the thing, you get there's a bunch of loadouts you can carry, and you play air realistic, you play ground realistic battles, everything like that. You can have 500-pound bombs, 2,000-pound bombs. You can have air-to-ground missiles, you have heavy-guided missiles, you have rockets, etc. You have an arsenal of stuff that you can take out with your loadouts, and there's an option, of course, to equip A9Ls, your air missiles, alongside these ground attack layouts, and of course the 30mm gun. Now the A-10 with its performance is great at doing a job, which is attacking ground aircraft. The A9Ls are okay. They're like a hit and miss. They can head on an aircraft if someone's foolish enough to fly in a straight line at you, but some of the players, especially at the top tiers, when you get pulled into the higher battle rating, they're going to be smart, they're not going to be dumb, and they're not going to fly in a straight line. So usually the A9Ls are a hit or miss when it comes to shooting down aircraft. The 30mm gun, of course, will shred anyone doing a head-on with you, and there are players that will do a head-on with you, and basically you just kill each other and go back to the hangar. So yes, from my gameplay, playing 90% of air realistic battles has been me either dogfighting, getting shot down instantly, not even reaching that battlefield. And for me, it's like chasing a dragon, chasing the rabbit. Like when you get that opportunity to actually go and attack ground targets, such as pillboxes, tanks, everything like that, it's amazing. It is a fun time. You are having a great time. The aircraft is doing what it's designed to do. But you can't get that for 90% of the rest of the time. It's always just this constant frustration of getting shot down right away at the beginning of the match, or not even reaching your target, or trying to dogfight in an A-10, which is just shouldn't even be a thing. And you just realize, wow, this is a totally waste of my time. And that's another thing going down into ground realistic battles. Ground realistic battles, that's a hit or miss as well. I know there's montages out there of people doing incredible things with the A-10, but this is from a perspective of a player, such as myself, and I acknowledge that I may not be the best Warthog player. I consider myself average, but this is an average experience for a lot of users out there that are gonna be playing it. And you realize, wow, you're getting shot down, right away in high tier, because there are competent players at 9.7 battle rating for ground realistic as well. 10.7 and below, there are experienced players, so you're already getting clubbed left and right. And moving down to, is it worth it? I'm gonna say no. The A-10, if it was, let's say, an air realistic battles, if they went and decided to give it an air spawn at its battle rating, then maybe I could see the argument of keeping it at 9.7. I can see it there because the air spawn allows you to at least try to do your job of attacking ground targets. But if a majority of your matches are you're with a bunch of other A-10s and there's really aren't any dogfighters, you're basically SOL. Unless there's an opportunity where your team gets air superiority and you can go and ground pound, then yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be having a fun time, but that is very, very rare. One of the things Warthog can do is limit how many A-10s per team are there, so that way it's kind of like the TU4 back when they had that spam. They limited how many TU4s were part of each team because the reason was, games would end too early, too quickly. So I don't see why that can't be an option with the A-10, considering that you basically are flying a very slow aircraft that really isn't meant to dogfight, and you're basically a hindrance to your team. Thus just causing a big, massive frustration for players that are trying to play it, trying to fly it, teammates on your team that are trying to grind or play dogfighters, as well as, of course, making the enemy team enjoy farming, free experience, and self-reliance. Now moving down to, of course, ground forces, that's a hit or miss. Players out there can make it work. I've had not even the best experience playing it. It's just really what it comes down to is that this aircraft is kind of predatory, in my opinion. If you are not really aware of high tiers, you don't know exactly what you're doing, you're new to the game, you pick this up, you are going to have a very, very hard time. I personally value my time a lot, and I don't really feel like it's rewarding or fun if I'm literally playing air realistic battles and 90% of my games are me either getting shot down literally within the first parts of the match because my aircraft's so slow that I can't even get to the battlefield. Dogfighting in an A-10, which shouldn't even be a thing. And there's only that 10% of times I can actually go and farm ground targets. Like that should not be a thing. And very, very frustrating. And I really feel that for players out there that may be considering picking this up, I would say stay away. Go for the F5C, go for the AV8A, the A-10, just go for the tech tree version. Do not waste your $60 on this. You could put $60 into another premium, you could put it into a AAA game, you could put it into Genshin Impact and get yourself a 5-star character. But that's my opinion. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know down below what you think of the A-10. I admit I may not be the best player in War Thunder, but I am speaking from a perspective that most of the player base can probably relate to. The A-10 Premium is not player friendly, especially for newer players and for the average player. And where it's at right now, it's really struggling. I feel that they limit how many are a part of each team, especially in aerialist battles. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.